Hi, it's me again, and earlier this week you may have seen the stories about the BBC having a new logo and a new font design that cost tens of thousands of pounds of your hard-earned TV licence fee payments to do. What an absolute waste of money. It shows they have no respect for your money at all. But here's another story that proves they have no respect for your money. Let's take a look. Gary Lineker and Zoe Ball take biggest pay cuts as BBC salaries shrink 10% after the last year. Wow, 10%, eh? I haven't had a pay rise from my day job in 5 years. So my salary has shrunk by more than 10%. And didn't they have a pay rise last year or something? So it's gone up and down. It's still a lot of money and more than I'm sure any of us make. Let's take a look at it. The BBC has today revealed the salaries of its biggest stars, with some taking a huge pay cut this year. Gary Lineker is still the broadcaster's highest earner, despite the Match of the Day presenter taking a whopping £390,000 cut from his salary. To be fair, that is a lot of money. But what did Gary Lineker earn anyway? Let's take a look. The star, 60, last year agreed to give up around £400,000 of his £175 million pay as part of a 5-year deal. So he gave up, £390,000. Now, if you're earning £400,000 a year and you have to give up £390,000, you're hungry. But if you're earning 1.75 million and you have to give up 400 grand, would he notice it? It just means he can't buy a new Maserati this year or go to the Bahamas for 6 weeks on a private jet or something. I'm sure he'll live. He's not going to be short of paying his heating bills like many of us may be this coming winter. Lineker, who has been anchoring the BBC's coverage of Euro 2020, is now earning 1.36 million a year, but is still the biggest earner. 0.36 million a year, sitting on a sofa, cushy or what? Zoe Ball has also seen her salary cut by 230,000 from 1.36 million to 1.13 million. Zoe Ball gets 1.13 million quid. Let that sink in. I'll tell you what, I'll make it real for you. Look, here's a list. I'll put it on the screen. This is what's in the paper today. So this is a list of all the BBC's top earners and the pay cut they've taken. And I have taken the liberty of calculating their salaries into something we can all understand clearly. Let's have a little chat about this bit. Where is it? So as you can see here, Gary Lineker gets £1.36 million a year in payment, only from the BBC. He does other stuff, but that's his BBC payment. That equates to 8,553 television licences. So 8,553 possibly struggling families, possible old people who are having to dig about to find the 13 quid a month. 8,853 of those pay Lineker's wages. Who else we got? Zoe Ball. She now only earns 1.13 million after her pay cut of 230k. That equates to 7,106 television licences just to pay her wages. 7,106. Think about that. That's the population of a small town paying television licences just for Zoe Ball to present the crap that she presents. Who else is on here a bit further down the food chain? Vanessa Feltz. She's had her pay slashed by 15%. So she now earns £395,000, which is the equivalent of 2,484 television licences for Vanessa Feltz. Who does she actually do a lot on the BBC? Is she on the radio or something? Isn't she, maybe? Don't know. And Gary Lineker's mate, who sits alongside him on the sofa, Alan Shearer, hasn't had a pay cut at all and earns £395,000, the same as Vanessa Feltz. And that's the equivalent, again, of 2,484 television licences to keep Alan Shearer sitting on the sofa next to his busy mate. You think that's good value for money? So the story continues with, just 3 of the corporation's highest paid stars received a pay rise this year. Radio 1 presenter Scott Mills's pay rose by 30 grand and Greg James's was bumped up by 35 grand. Lovely. Mills's new salary saw him bumped into the top 10 earners after Graham Norton left his Radio 2 show in December. Stephen Nolan, who presents a 5 Live radio show, also saw a salary increase of £15,000. That's quite a cheeky little raise, that, isn't it? You know, I haven't had a raise for a while, as I mentioned, but if my boss said you're getting 500 a year raise, I'd put the bloody flags out. 15 grand a year. Salaries have shrunk by 10% after the broadcaster chopped its wage bill in the wake of the health crisis. The total number of staff with salaries above 150 grand has gone down slightly from 76 in 19 to 20 to 72 for 20 and 21 years. Just over £19 million was spent on the BBC's top stars. That's down from £21.7 million the year before. So it's moving in the right direction, BBC. You know, credit where it's due, it's moving in the right direction. You've saved a few quid, but nowhere near what you should be saving. The other important fact to remember about this one is a sentence they've got near the bottom of the story. But salaries made through BBC Studios, the broadcaster's commercial arm, are not revealed. This means stars such as Claudia Winkleman do not feature in the report, as Strictly Come Dancing is a BBC Studios production. So what I'd be interested to know, and what I'm actually going to look at now, is these top 10 stars that we see here: Steve Wright, Zoe Ball, Gary Lineker, all of that. I want to know, because that's just what they get from the BBC and the licence fee part of the BBC. Do they also work and do any shows or any work at all with BBC Studios? That's what I'd like to know, because then they're getting two salaries. They get paid by BBC Studios and for the licence fees. Or if they do work with BBC Studios, maybe they don't get paid by BBC Studios because the licence fee pays their wages, and the BBC Studios, the commercial wing that's selling the shows, are getting a little bit of talent for now. I think that's worth investigating, so I'm going to look at that. So stay tuned to my channel, hit the subscribe button down below, because when I do find out, obviously, I'll make a video about it. The BBC has said the current health crisis has made the on-air environment highly volatile, with delays to productions and the cancellation of live events, especially sport. During the year, we have been able to reduce the number of individuals in on-air roles earning over 150k, also the total cost of individuals named, and also the average amount paid to each of these individuals. Yeah, like I said, credit where it's due, BBC. Some savings have been made, but it's a bloody drop in the ocean. It's a bloody drop in the ocean, isn't it? And I still think this BBC Studios thing shouldn't be allowed. It's still dodgy. You either want our money to make your TV shows, or you want to be a commercial entity. Which one is it? Because at the minute, you're having your cake and eating it. You know, you've got BBC, which gets all the licence fee money. Then you've got BBC Studios and Studio Works, which make shows and sell them all around the world for syndication, and sells them to streaming services around the world and stuff like that. And then you also have the UK TV network over here, which gets the shows from the BBC, probably for nothing, or as a token payment, don't know, don't quote me on that. And they show commercials on them. And it's a very profitable company, the UK TV network. They're having 3 cakes and eating them all. And it's wrong, isn't it? Isn't it wrong? Do you not think? So it's not just the salaries that's the bad thing, it's pretty much everything about the BBC. That's a bad thing. But leave your comments on what you think about these salaries below. Do you think Gary Lineker earns his money? What with the Euros on and everything, he's having to talk on the sofa a lot more than he usually has to talk on the sofa for his money. Don't know, maybe he'll get an extra few weeks holiday pay out of it, you know, as compensation for that. So yeah, let me know in the comments below. While you're down there, there's a like button and a subscribe button. Please hit those if you haven't already. It does me a favour and it helps the channel grow. And it's just something you have to say at the end of YouTube videos apparently now. So yeah, do all that, and I'll see you in another video again soon. Thanks for watching.